We're here.
I wish I could give this feeling. I wish I could give this feeling. On the corner.
What up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Corner Podcast. Kel Dansby here with the old man Andreas Hale and producer Coale.
Hi, gentlemen.
The only Coale healthy right now on the roster.
I mean, at least for now. If I take another table spot, though, it's not going to go well. So
You never know what happens after this week.
And you don't know. I mean, yeah, WWE's in town. I'm concerned.
Yeah, man. So today's show, All Pro Wrestling.
Yes.
Got a recap Forbidden Door and
Yes.
Blood and Guts.
Yes.
And then second half of the show, we have to preview Money in the Bank.
Womp womp.
It's again, we just went through this.
What?
The excitement of not knowing who's going to win at least carries.
We'll talk about that.
We will.
The Money in the Bank matches are most of the time
It's hard to mess up. I saw a man thrown off of a building.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say, this is the time of year they remind me that they killed Rey Mysterio. Like, they legit threw him off the side of WWE headquarters.
And he came back in 2 weeks.
He came back in 2 weeks.
And AJ Styles.
Incredible.
Yep. Everybody died.
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio.
Aleister Black died. There's now Malachi Black.
There you go. At least that makes sense.
Yeah,
Rey
his-
Mysterio is still just hanging
His
around.
younger brother. Malachi Black.
We'll talk about it. Look,
Oh,
I got opinions. The build sucks, but there still is going to be at least 2 really good matches.
That's definitely been kind of the
Maybe.
WWE story as of late. They get to the pay-per-views, and at the pay-per-views so far, there's good material there, but the build to them is
Trash.
yeah. It's if you're watching every week, you're a saint.
Well, I'm the same thing because I watch it every week.
You watch it like you watch everything else.
I
Which is
just-
like side peripheral.
Yeah, I got it
Or
on. It's
like-
on.
says
I know
says,
it's
says the
definitely-
guy with 5 TVs.
Right.
That's true.
Just saying.
WWE television doesn't even get 5 TVs anymore. Like it gets social media following. Like I'll check every show, but it's only on social. Give me the clips, give me the highlight. I'll scroll IG and TikTok and I get the best parts of the show. It takes me 6 minutes and I'm out.
Hey, man.
That's all they get.
NXT's got people wrestling in Snuggies, so that's pretty sweet.
Man.
Oh, well, that chick's character is dope.
No, we're not talking about her.
not Wendy Chu. I'm not talking about Wendy Chu. I'm talking about Joe Gacy.
Joe Gacy's 2 goons in the...
His 2 like
They're in the snipe.
monks,
Yeah.
whatnot. I don't even know what you
I
want.
was
Oh,
like-
because they cut the big dude.
Yes.
Yeah. So they wrestle in like the garbs. You can't see their faces.
What?
They look
Yeah,
like Snuggies.
I thought they were going to eventually...
Wendy Chu's actually kind of fun. I like
No,
that.
is she?
I like Wendy.
She sleeps and then hits the elbow drop.
Let's put it this way.
Clever.
That's a case of like creative giving you something and like that there's a lot of people who can't pull that off. And she's absolutely
Yep.
pulling it off.
Yeah, she's
Yep.
great.
She's incredibly
She's in
talented.
a
Shout out to
title
Wendy.
feud.
Shout out to Wendy Chu.
Yes. No, that's fun. Gacy, I don't know. It went from like, oh, you can have a Wyatt quality.
They moved
to
too
a-
fast. They moved too fast on that. They put him in a title feud that was completely unnecessary.
Yeah, like before we knew anything about it, got rid of his muscle. Did something different. I don't know. This is why we're not talking.
We're not talking
NXT.
about NXT 2.0 because, sorry guys, it's hard to watch.
Sorry. I saw the Snuggies and I thought that was funny.
So we've done a full show on Forbidden Door, but we want your takes
you want my
on
takes.
some of these because me and producer Coale Baby let the world know how
We were left
felt.
to our own devices and
Yes.
usually Dre's the one to make sure we all stay in check.
It wasn't.
So, you
There
know.
wasn't nothing too crazy. I didn't agree with Kel's take about Keith Lee.
Yeah.
Where he was at. I think he was totally fine in that tag match.
I just don't think he should be in a tag team.
Where I just don't know where else you put him right now.
I just think you hold a man of that many accolades in a higher regard.
Where?
I mean, they're not doing shit else with the TNT title. Not that he had to be in a title feud or even the feud that he's in. If it was a singles feud with him and Powerhouse Hobbs, like, I'm okay
I
working
think-
to Starks.
I love this feud. I love the tag feud with Powerhouse and Starks and Keith Lee and Shane.
I
Swear.
don't need Keith Lee and Shane together
Why?
because Keith Lee is above being his debut in a tag team.
He just got here.
So people get there and they're treated like a big deal sometimes.
Who?
Moxley came through immediately a big deal.
Yes, because there was nobody else
Well,
there.
the roster was still
And
pretty
Moxley is like a huge deal.
All right. I'd say Adam Cole, who was my
Once again, huge deal.
Keith Lee.
Not as big
The
as Adam
past
Cole.
3 years
Not as big as
has
Adam
more
Cole.
accomplishments, and they were in the exact same spot
I
on the
don't-
card.
I don't care about.
if not
I don't care
main
about
roster.
I don't care about accomplishments. Adam Cole was more over than Keith Lee.
It ended better.
But no, I'm just saying he was more over.
It ended better in being Bearcat. But this
No,
is the
I'm not
man.
even talking about that. I'm just talking about over.
This is the man who showed up at the Royal Rumble. Brock was like, the big ass boy.
Yeah, no, I
This
agree.
is last guy against Roman Reigns. This is someone where you look and be like, yeah, he can be a main title holder, main picture type of guy, especially in a company. And I'm not saying like body types and shit or the end all be all, but he just provides a different body type than they have on the main event level. And he's just a big, imposing figure that you don't have and you haven't had yet on the top of your card. You had a chance to immediately fit him, not in that spot, but right below it and build him up, whether you want to give him a secondary title run pretty quick or just one feud. Then you put him into the TNT title, kind of like Miro, in which when they figured it out with Miro, I'm only counting from when the God character came. It went first feud, beat the shit out of a couple people for a couple months, right into the title program, great title run. I think he got injured for a quick second. But now you're bringing him back and it always looks like he's right on periphery of that main title slot. And he feels like a really important solo guy.
Yeah, but
You could have done the same thing with Keith Lee, and they still can. Because with Miro, I hated the best man shit. Then they flipped the switch. Perfectly fine, right? So they still can, but I think they just had an opportunity to do it right away.
I don't think they needed to. I think it was too crowded. When Keith Lee came in, you already had a main title picture that was very crowded.
It's very crowded.
And if you put Keith Lee there immediately, somebody's got to lose.
It's okay to lose.
No.
That's the biggest problem.
No. You have to build momentum.
Okay.
Right? And you put him in a very entertaining tag team. Dude, they were just like the co-main event of Double or Nothing.
Yeah, and they should have won.
Well, they didn't.
They didn't.
And it's fine. It's okay. Because the powerhouse Stark, that feud continues, which gives all four of them something great to do. And the fact that they were on the buy-in, why not? They worked Kanemaru and Desperado, who Kanemaru's a fucking legend, and Desperado was just the junior heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
And they had a
great match.
They had a great match. I'm fine where Keith Lee is at right now. I don't need
Adam
everybody.
Cole's never been on a buy-in.
Why would he be?
Why would
Keith Lee be?
Keith Lee
Because he's
be on a
not as
buy-in?
big as Adam Cole. Adam Cole.
That is a booking decision,
No, it's
you can book people to be bigger.
First of all, would you rather Keith Lee not have been on that show at all?
no,
'Cause there was no
I wasn't
place for him.
entertaining that as an option.
There was no place for him on Forbidden Door other than the buy-in. It was a very loaded card with a lot of angles that were put in there. There was really nowhere for them to be. But
That roster is very crowded.
it is. But they're on TV every week because they're in a tag team feud with another tag team. And it doesn't have to be about the title because all four of them are extremely charismatic.
They are.
And they can all come out of this better. But you put Keith Lee in a higher place, you could fall. Because Moxley's not losing right now.
No.
Cole is eating pins left and right.
Moxley could, but no.
No, Moxley's interim champion. He's not losing right now.
No, before then. But
Yeah,
I mean, he just became interim champion. Before then, he could take a loss. He doesn't.
No, but where Miro's at right now is by design. There's a reason why they kept him off TV because you don't want to inject him in that top title picture. You don't want to see him get pinned. Because if you put him there, you have to put him there.
My question is, how many people can you protect at once?
You don't have to protect
And this is an honest question because no, having people not take pins is protecting a character.
Wait. So who's not taking pins?
You just said Miro, you don't want to interject him into that thing
right now, right?
Okay.
But that's why. But it's okay to put somebody in the mid card, and they beat people that you expect them to beat, right?
No, of course.
Like
I'm just asking you. So Moxley can't lose.
Moxley can lose. He's going to lose. Here's my point. Adam Cole's eating pins left and right, but it's okay because he's super old, right? Adam Page, if you looked at his AEW record, it's not great. I mean, it's really good, but he's lost like 19 times. Nobody cares. This Page is super over. There's an interesting element to Keith Lee where I think, yeah, he can be great. But out of those four right now, Swerve and Ricky Starks have more of an upside.
100%. And I say this with Keith Lee, and I mentioned this on the show. The reason I'm not arguing that Swerve shouldn't be that guy or won't be that guy, right? I'm just arguing that Keith Lee is like 37.
Yeah, who cares?
And you should probably pull the trigger on him sooner rather than later.
Pull him trigger to do what?
If he's going to be a top guy, which he should be, I said they had the opportunity. And this is all we talked about when people were criticizing the use of black talent in that company, when they asked Tony Khan repeatedly about when are you going to have a black champion, not minority champion, a black champion. And he said, don't worry, we're bringing people in. Don't worry, we got plans. It's timing, blah, blah. Cool. You brought, and I sat here and I said, they may not have that caliber person yet. A lot of them are in NXT. They're not free agents. Like, they don't have the caliber person. WWE has no excuse. They have every excuse. Now they have that caliber person.
So you
Several.
put them over on CM Punk right now?
CM Punk's gone. It was a made up,
Okay.
figmented.
You wait. The Adam Page, Kenny Omega story is a very long running story.
Yeah.
So you would have Keith Lee beat Adam Page?
Yeah. Yep.
Why?
Because where's Kenny Omega right now?
But that you use it to build Adam Page.
It is an interim belt that was just vacated 2 weeks ago for a random ass make-believe tournament that you could put anyone in and give the belt to anyone.
Keith
if
has
you
no
wanted.
story for that right now.
It is a tournament.
Dude, what are you doing?
For an interim belt.
Dude, John Moxley has been chasing Tanahashi for 3 years.
Sure.
And it made perfect
I don't care
sense.
about booking shit for New Japan.
Wait. The interim title was for that, right?
It was because Punk was injured.
But it was for that, right?
New Japan guy was never holding that
Tanahashi
belt.
was supposed to wrestle Punk, right?
Sure.
So Moxley
He wasn't gonna win either.
Moxley steps in. Why? Because Punk got hurt, right?
He won a tournament to step in. You're acting like he just went.
Wait. The whole angle has been Moxley chasing Tanahashi. As soon as the door opened to do it, it made sense. You stick Keith Lee in that picture, people's like, why is this match happening?
Let me answer this. Let me ask you this. Where was he chasing Tanahashi?
In New Japan.
Is this fucking New Japan?
What was Forbidden Door?
It is.
What was
so
Forbidden
you're
Door?
booking your whole company. That belt is not. It is one pay-per-view.
You just, the interim
between
title.
two companies.
The interim title came into the picture because Punk got hurt before Forbidden Door.
And it's not a New Japan title.
Wait, because Tanahashi was supposed to work Punk.
And he was going to lose.
Whatever you say is going to happen, I don't care. But the fact remains they needed something to happen. Why would you put Keith Lee in that spot right now?
Because this belt is AEW's belt, and that is the problem.
No, it's
if
not
I'm
a
an
problem.
AEW fan, I don't care about 3 years of New Japan, nor should I have to know that 3 years he's been chased to make Moxley the only character.
Did you watch Forbidden Door? Did you see how hot that crowd was for New Japan talent?
That is a bunch of people who paid all their money to go to Chicago because they know all those companies. That's fine. I should not have to know an entire 4-year history of New Japan. Introduce me to New Japan, which is another point of this pay-per-view. Maybe not for the people in the house, but the people watching at home, they get introduced to people. Not everyone has New Japan World. Not all these people know to seek out New Japan. They don't know Tanahashi as the ace. They don't know all these things. And that's great. You're introducing people. So when you tell me Moxley's the only one that makes sense here because he chased him for 3 years, there's a whole section of your audience that has no clue about that. You could have had that side feud by itself if you wanted that storyline. This belt is an AEW belt. New Japan was not taking this belt home. It doesn't matter. Yes, you could put AEW talent there.
How about this? You put Keith Lee in there with CM Punk right now. It looks fucked up. There's nothing there.
CM Punk's not here now.
But he'll be back very soon, right? There's a reason why it's an interim champion.
You can have 3 months of a champion.
No, it's an interim title for a reason. When Punk comes
Interim
back,
title's fucking stupid. Anyway.
When Punk comes back,
vacate the belt.
He's gonna work Moxley.
Okay.
Which has a storyline built in it because of the whole Shield thing. There's so much they can do with those.
Oh, so we're now building a storyline based on WWE.
Kel,
I'm just asking you, how many different companies do we have to go into storylines for you to build a fucking title feud?
Because Keith Lee has nothing going to suggest he should be a champion right at this very moment. If he were to face Punk, you would put him over on Punk?
I would let that be determined then, but I would have this guy as a champion for 3 months.
You determine it now because Page was always going to be champion to beat Omega. They had to build to that. So if you put Keith Lee in there right now with CM Punk and CM Punk beat Keith Lee, that'd look crazy.
I damn near might have Keith Lee go over on him in Chicago in September.
Do you think is he more over than Punk?
No, you can extend
Is he more
that
over than Page?
No, Paige has a long.
Is he
but
more
Paige
over than
had his run.
Is he more over than Moxley?
Moxley had his run.
Is he more over than Moxley?
No, he had his run.
Is he more over than Danielson?
No, Danielson isn't going for the belt, and he's also hurt.
I'm just asking a question here
It
because
is the opportunity when everyone is hurt, instead of running back.
You want to Jack Swagger him. All right, I got it.
Yeah, I would have ran with it.
You want to Jack Swagger him, so then people can
Jack Swagger did not have the accolades coming in that Keith Lee did. That crowd would not have turned on Keith Lee at all because, and like they know New Japan, like they know WWE, they know Keith Lee.
Kel.
Best believe. You can't say the crowd knows shit from Japan, but they don't know NXT, that this guy just had 2 belts a year ago.
Stop it. They don't hot potato champions. They don't.
It's due to injury.
Stop. Do you think an interim title is going to satisfy people?
You figure it out. Yeah.
No.
I'd rather have an interim black champion. Yes.
Why?
I'd rather have an interim black champion than no black champion for the next 3 years.
Why do you think
you're booking people in tag?
Why do you think there's going to be no black champion for 3 years?
Because you asked the guy who sat in the seat 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, and he said, give me 3 months.
He did not say give me 3 months. That's a lie. He never said that.
Okay. What did he say? What was the exact quote?
He said it'll happen. We're working on it. Right? We're going to eventually have an AEW champion. But
that is very long-term.
Hold on. This is before.
It's been 3 years.
Hold on. This is before the WWE releases happened. This is before a fucking pandemic happened.
Okay.
Which slow played everything. Now we're entering another year. And I've said this before. Yeah, they got Keith Lee and Keith Lee is great. But is Keith Lee more over than Swerve?
More accomplished.
No, is he more over than Swerve?
I don't know. They're in the tag team. They're both over.
Is he more? When Swerve says, whose house is this? That pop is crazy.
Yeah, and when Keith Lee does his concerto, it's solid, over.
Right? But neither of them are champions right now. They're in a nice little feud with Ricky Stark. Like, I don't need Keith Lee in the title picture right this second for interim title with no storyline.
That's fair. I'm saying he could be, and no one would bat an eye.
No, but you're complaining about it.
I'm not complaining.
You did complain about it.
I said I would give them time and I would go. I said I saw this as an opportunity where you can squash that narrative because
so at least you do it because you want
injuries. No, because this shit is publicly clamored.
For who?
Dre, you're acting like we weren't talking about this 3 months ago.
People that already hate AEW are the ones clamoring for this, right?
People who like AEW.
Who?
Where are we
having this conversation right now?
3 months ago, we said stop. Give them time. They don't have the talent yet. They got to bring people in.
Punk just won the title.
This was an opportunity off of an interim belt.
This is ridiculous.
And I understand long-term storytelling, right? But when injuries happen out of the blue, you call audibles. I'm just saying this is one of the few times because they do a very good job of long-term booking.
So what happens if Punk comes back next month? You have Keith Lee lose to him?
Yeah, you're going to have Moxley lose to him? Yeah.
Moxley can lose to him because Moxley's held the title, right? It's like Big E winning the title and then losing in a month because, he was never going to be the real champion for a long time. Are we satisfied with Big E's run?
I was very happy to see Big E win.
Were you satisfied with his run?
No, I hope he gets another.
Thank you. You want to put him in a position to succeed. Keith Lee has really no momentum because Punk being the champion, when you talk about somebody who's old and doesn't have a lot of time left, it's Punk. Who can give the rub to a lot of people, and he's going to.
Yeah.
Maybe that eventually becomes Keith Lee, but to throw Keith Lee in the interim title picture, and Punk is going to be back in like a couple months.
3 months is some good feuds.
Where, really?
June to September, because I doubt Punk misses Chicago in September, right?
He's not. No, he'll be back for
that. Yeah. So you give me a special in July. You have the moment where he wins it at Forbidden Door. Then we have all of August, some good matches there, and then you got to build to the Punk feud. He loses to Punk, who is the actual champion while he is interim. He has more work to do. And then you continue on, and he can become champion again towards the end of Punk's reign because they can run it back because he says, you know what, now I'm ready. So yes, there is a natural storyline that can be built there.
That's not natural. You just manufacture the storyline. Look. Should Keith Lee be the champion before Eddie Kingston?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. I think...
I personally think Eddie Kingston deserves the one-day mankind treatment.
No, but what I'm saying is Keith Lee is over, but a lot of talent is over in AEW.
Yes.
I don't think this is a complaint, like a debate to be had. They plan out their champions in a certain way. I don't want to see Keith Lee in a position where it's like, well, you're just going to hold the title and then drop it. Because again, when I say it looks crazy, Is CM Punk gonna GTS Keith Lee?
I'd love to see it.
I'm just saying, but the look of the match itself looks crazy.
I mean, Keith has worked smaller people, right? So he's worked Cole for titles.
Punk's old and not athletic.
That's not my fault. But I feel like Keith Lee has worked so many people, so many talents, so many different sizes that yes, I would trust Keith Lee to figure out how to have a good match with someone the caliber of.
Look, I'm just saying, Miro, Pac, Wardlow,
Wardlow's
Swerve,
gonna have a run.
Powerhouse, Starks. You're really making it difficult to like just shove Keith Lee in the title picture and people are going to just buy it.
My thing is Keith Lee, and why I mentioned Keith Lee specifically over those people. And I think I mentioned this on the show. Swerve, maybe a little more over. We all think he has the charisma to be a champion one day. The accolades in his catalog to do something this quick aren't there. That's why I singled out Keith Lee, is because if you do it this quick, he is a guy with championship pedigree in multiple companies already. Due to, you just said like
Wait,
people, again, you said people know the history.
No, what
He's
company?
been double champ in NXT.
Yeah, nobody cared.
First ever
They blew
double
it, right?
champ. He has that. The only ever. He's been PWG champ.
We're talking about other promotions again to build a story?
No, I'm just telling you. No one bats an eye.
I'm just saying, are we...
And he's going...
When I
the
said
story,
it was a problem.
No, the story is told through the tournament.
Through what tournament?
They just had a tournament to determine who's going to be interim champ, contender.
At Forbidden Door.
At Forbidden Door.
So
you could have put anyone in that tournament to go over.
Headline against Tanahashi at Forbidden Door.
Oh, hands down. That would have been a hell of a match.
Are you fucking nuts?
One hell of a match.
Forbidden Door was built with a New Japan. Like, there's no story there. I just told you the story for Moxley and Tanahashi. I just told you this.
Okay, and I said you could have had that. And to me, it's a tournament that was made up in 2 weeks. You could have had anyone. And don't say they had the whole card booked out beforehand. They did not. You could have had Moxley Tanahashi as his own match. Excuse me, they didn't have it announced beforehand.
Who did Keith Lee work then at
It's
Forbidden
a
Door?
tournament.
No, I'm sorry. Who would Keith Lee work at Forbidden Door?
In a tournament, you could have put him against anyone.
Who would he have worked? Just tell me who. Just give me a name.
They have tons.
Give me a name, Kel.
Ospreay could have worked him. One hell of a match.
You think they would have had Ospreay eat a pin to Keith Lee?
Yes. Hands down.
Kel.
I do.
Come on, dog.
I think that would have been a great match. I think there was an opportunity to do it, sir.
Stop.
I think there was an opportunity.
I don't. I think Moxley is also familiar with the New Japan audience. And it's a Forbidden Door, and there's a story there about what he's been chasing. I think this makes sense. I'm fine with Keith Lee not being an interim champion right now. You're just trying to shove him in Forbidden Door to satisfy a status quo? It's unnecessary.
I think they had the opportunity.
If I may.
Hey, Kel. Hey, Cole. How you doing?
No, it's all good. This is great. I think the thing I worry about in that scenario, Kel, is, you know, if the dialogue is about, okay, who's going to be, you know, diversity in the championship picture, do you want it to be a box check?
I think, and this is just personal opinion, I think everything starts, and if people view it as a box check, then that's cool. Then check my box. Yes.
Ew.
Because no, like that's fine with me. You can view it however you want. We're at the table. I don't care how someone views it. Oh, you did this just to quiet. Fine. I don't care. The first black AEW champion, whenever it happens, is going to be a big deal.
But that wouldn't have been a big deal. Do you see that? Do you hear what you're saying? If it's an interim champion, that's a box check because you're shoving him into that picture in the first place. Wouldn't it feel better if it was like when Kofi beat Daniel Bryan, right?
Great story.
It was a great story.
Great story.
And we knew what we were getting into, and they built that story. And it happened organically. So when the pop happened, everybody felt the motherfuckers cried over that shit.
Mm-hmm. As every black champion had the luxury of having Kofi's build.
But I'm saying, Keith Lee wins that title. Ain't nobody crying. It feels haphazard. It feels like it just happened. It feels like a box check. I think AEW is better than that.
I think the placement of that match on that card, it was headlining. I think the quality of match he could have delivered. I think, stupid run-ins and shit aside, they've ended most of their pay-per-views with a bang, right? The crowd is so hot. I think it would have felt better than a box check. I think people would have really liked that moment. Now, would it have had the 4-month build, tears and all this shit? No. But a lot of black champions don't. A lot of champions in general don't have people crying fucking tears. You can still do that. Again, a box check with Keith Lee doesn't stop that from happening in the future.
Yes, it does.
Kofi's the 5th black or 3rd?
No.
3rd?
2nd.
Oh, yeah, we had Rock.
Yes. And Rock was like arbitrarily, like when he won the title, it was like, is he black?
Right. But no, E1. Everyone still was happy as shit. Yeah, we cried over Kofi. Did it make us not celebrate E?
But everybody loved E, right? And he won Money in the Bank. Which
okay.
They were already positioning him at some point to be the champion.
To challenge.
I'm saying, if you put Keith Lee in the main event of Forbidden Door.
And he had a whack cash in, and we still love that.
Because we love Big E.
We do.
I don't think we love Keith Lee like we love Big E. And I'm not saying that because it's my friend. I'm just saying in general that the New Day build and everything that surrounded that is why we were so happy. And then
I think the crowd in that building loves everybody, and it would have went over fine.
No, because again, it's Moxley. Moxley's different. Like, Moxley ain't just a guy you plug and play.
No, he is. And it's easy to go back, and I understand the story of giving him the belt. I'm saying they could have had an opportunity. I'm not saying what they did was necessarily wrong.
It sounds like it.
It's not. I just said you missed an opportunity.
I don't think they missed an opportunity.
Well, and I mean, we can qualify any opportunity as an opportunity, right? And like it being like, if there's argument about them having like their battle royal to decide who's like going to fight for that, and like if that's what, like I understand what you're saying from that point of like, well, then you open the door for anybody. Which in that case, I feel like the argument starts there. It shouldn't have been open for everybody.
That could be true.
They have a win-loss record. They have rankings, and they could and
just had the number 1 and 2
and it
contender.
ended up being John Moxley, anyways. Who, after beating, I believe he fought Daniel Garcia in a main event, a Rampage, something like that. They bumped him up to those rankings. Yep. He was the number 1 contender. They didn't even need to do the
no.
battle
They could have just done contender and contender.
So I think therein lies an issue there, where like you do open that door where legit anybody could have won. I think just to put a bow on it, I think the vision for Keith Lee, at least what I see down the road, is Wardlow picks up TNT title. Wardlow maybe fights another big dude for a little bit. Yep. Maybe just, I'm pulling names out. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but maybe Luchasaurus with Christian Cage. Maybe.
Oh yeah,
I love heel Luchasaurus.
The heel Luchasaurus gear was
that was legit.
Fucking sick.
It was like Canesaurus.
Canesaurus, way better than Kane. But you have that, right? So maybe Wardlow cooks that for a little bit. Yep. Keith Lee, I think, eventually does a little program with Powerhouse Hobbs, right? Where Ricky Starks is also going to do one with Swerve. And then Wardlow can be like, I beat everybody, and I'm just kicking ass. I even beat this big dude. Who the fuck matches up with me? I'm Wardlow. I'm just kicking ass. Keith Lee walks in.
Yeah.
I think that's your program right there. And I think
they might boo Keith Lee.
And I even think you could even work that into an angle where maybe Keith Lee and Powerhouse Hobbs are somehow going for a number 1 contender spot.
That would be good.
There's a lot.
I almost see in AEW sense, and especially if we go by the logic of let's focus primarily on the promotion that we have, I see way more momentum for Powerhouse Hobbs and CM Punk than I do for Keith Lee and CM Punk.
I mean, if you want to keep it a buck,
shall see.
If Hobbs and Lee were to wrestle, I think people would actually be torn on who should win that match.
Yeah, Hobbs is a weird heel right now, right?
I think he's a really good heel, right?
Yeah, but he's kind of likable. Like, you see his social media, like all the kids, like they wear the overalls now, and he signs them for him. Like this motherfucker could be a baby face, like quite easy.
Dog, we could be reading this all wrong. It could be strict.
He could have done.
It could be Swerve and Keith Lee in a feud.
Could be.
Yeah. I mean, I think the fact that we have, if we're checking boxes, 2 black tag teams in a prominent spot feuding in prominent TV time over, and you don't have to have a title involved, and everybody's engaged. Just be happy with that shit.
I'm not upset at that. I'm not going to be the idiot. I saw this the other day on Twitter. And God, I hate anti-AEW Twitter, right? Like, I'll have a take, but I hate people who just shit on AEW for no reason. I don't need Keith Lee in this tag team, but I enjoy the matches. Someone was like, oh, 2 black tag teams? Like, black people always have to be tag teams. It's like Harlem Heat. Black people, that's the worst thing you could do to like good black athletes is put them in a tag team. Like, the man has always been holding us down in tag teams. I was like, Jesus. You can pull that, and if you want to use it as an excuse, but I don't think this is that. I was like, you're jumping to the upteenth degree. And they were really tight about that. Like, talented black superstars always have to be in tag teams. And I was like, I guess at one point you could say that, but like not
people that hate AEW are going to find some shit to dislike, especially from a diversity.
People who hate anything are going to find any reason to hate anything.
So there was one other thing, because Forbidden Doors there, I thought Ospreay and Orange Cassidy was fucking incredible. Now that Orange Cassidy's got Jane, oh my God, with the that
entrance last night was so. As soon as that music hit, I went, oh, look, that hits different.
You can make an argument. I wouldn't say it's a 5-star match, but it's the closest thing they had in that card. That match
of the night.
That match was incredible. I thought that match was great. I thought the IWGP Heavyweight title was on its way to be a great match until Coale got concussed. Not you.
I'm okay, everybody.
The other thing that you said is, Coale. Kel, did you say that the WWE didn't do wrong by FTR?
Yeah, no, I thought they had
the revival.
Again, I used NXT and WWE as a whole collective. It's a loophole. Okay, they blew it at the end, but
they blew for a few years.
FTR, the back shaving is where I ended it. I think exactly like once they started shaving back, right? But they in NXT went from the mechanics to going to the PC, which is an incredible place, putting together, crafting this whole gimmick with the coats.
I mean, it wasn't even a gimmick.
No, I mean, they were like, yo, you guys are old school. How about this? They stripped them of the stupidness that they would have forced them into as the mechanics and let them be them. But it was like, yo, watch Arn and Tully. Watch this. Bring this aesthetic. This is what you guys are like. And they're like, yes, please let us do that. They did it. They ran with it. And they built the same gimmick that they're still using today there. They became champions. They had 5-star matches. They went to the main roster. Several championship runs. Shaky runs, right?
It was bad.
But they have those accolades under their belt, and then they bounce to greener pastures. So they didn't do wrong by them. They built up one of the best tag teams in the world, couldn't use them correctly, and then they bounced to show now that they're one of the best tag teams in the world.
What doing wrong mean? Like NXT,
no, doing wrong is not giving them. They've done people wrong.
You just want them to shit on them.
They do that to like 80% of the people. Like they gave these guys. They didn't give them shit. They let them be them, and they delivered 5-star matches, became one of the best tag teams in the world under that banner. NXT. I admitted a lot of this is NXT. Gave them title runs on the main roster
that nobody cared about.
They have held the belts. They were in positions, and then it's my case with Nakamura. They didn't do Nakamura wrong. They could have used him better, but they shitted on people worse than Nakamura.
Yeah, I just don't
like
know.
He's held the belt 80% of his WWE reign.
Is the bar on the floor? Like,
it's very low.
Look.
Yes. Let me pick this up.
Because I think like FTR has completely hit their stride, right? As a tag team. This is what we wanted from them when they first came, but I think they had a lot of pressure when they first came to AEW to perform. Like the first Bucks match. I think they just dealt with a lot of pressure. Now that the pressure's off, they're just out there having great matches. I think the repackaging with the jackets, the intro music.
Perfect.
Come on. This is the best tag team in the world right now. You can revisit them in the Bucks now, and it's a completely different match.
God, I want to see it.
We're going to get it.
I mean, because, they're belt collecting. You got to get the belt in your own joint.
They've gone from 5 stars to 7 stars.
I mean, seriously, like if you look at, the one thing I will say is that as much as we credit NXT for, but if you ever listen to Cash and Dax talk, they kind of did this themselves. Because I don't think there was ever a day that like Hunter and them sit there and was like, that's going to be our tag team. I think those motherfuckers just came out, just had great matches and was like, well, shit, you can't deny him any longer. We got to put them in a spot. Because if you remember when they first won that title on NXT, a lot of people was like, really? Them? And then they would have like classic old school tag matches where they would cut off the hot tag. And I just think, I think WWE dropped the ball because they just don't care about tag teams.
At all.
They don't give a shit.
And they've transcended now to the point where it's no longer even just about just FTR, the brand.
Yeah.
Now it's Dax and Cash.
Yeah.
That's the biggest difference to me.
Those guys are
And even I said this on the show.
Hardwood is the funniest last name in pro wrestling.
I said this on the Forbidden Door show. Like, I think FTR right now, tag team of the year. If you're to stop right now,
yep,
easy. You can also make a case that Dax is having one of the best years.
Oh, yes.
Individually as well.
Yes.
Not saying that he would. I'm not quantifying it, but you can put him in that conversation, and you're not batting an eye.
They have been so exceptional. And this is where the ROH and the New Japan stuff makes sense for them more than anybody else. Because they don't have to be caught up in the Young Bucks tag title picture. They're over here. You got the Ring of Honor belts. Shit, they got the New Japan belts.
It's a lot of belts.
And they're just, they look like the Ultimo Dragon right now, just carrying around titles.
They did take like a little Ultimo Dragon picture.
They did.
Backstage.
But it's like, Forbidden Door is like a really fun pay-per-view, like top to bottom. And
yeah,
the fact that they worked that match, hurt, came back, like their dedication to this is just, they're just getting bigger. And I think this is why I said the WWE did wrong by them. It's because like they're letting stars go.
Oh, like at a rapid pace.
They're right there. And they would have like these transitional title runs that nobody cared about.
They're letting star pro wrestlers go.
Yeah.
Then, and we'll talk about this later, how much of a pro wrestling company are they looking to be? Because, again, I'm not sure if they're a sports entertainment company anymore. They're just an entertainment company.
I mean, that's true.
Like, we'll talk about their recent signings over the past 2 days.
Yeah.
Here in a second, like when we get to that segment, they aren't signing anyone with any wrestling.
No.
They're damn near.
It's going to hurt them too.
They're loosely signing people with sports backgrounds now. Like that's not even a qualification anymore. At least Big E was a Division I athlete.
Right.
Bianca was an amazing track and field star and then went on to do CrossFit. Like they signed sports athletes and who were entertaining. Yeah. Some of the signings now aren't even sports people.
No, they're kind of wild. Now. Yeah, it's like, but we talked about that last show. It's like, yo, the reason why Bianca got to be Bianca is because at a certain, like, she worked talent who could wrestle, right? You got to have like a Molly Holly or you got to have somebody that can put you over and make you look good. But then when you got a bunch of green talent all working each other, they're just hurting each other.
One day we're gonna just take the cumulative like time of actual wrestling on Raw.
No, we're not.
And then match it to the total time of promos and talking. Ugh. And I 100% tell you it's 25 to 75.
It's got to be. So that was,
and it's shrinking.
That was one of the things about that. I want to talk about Blood and Guts real quick because.
Oh, before you get to that.
What?
Main event.
What?
Forbidden Door. You okay with the run-ins at the end or not?
No, I hated it.
Okay.
Here's
you're
why.
on the same page.
More important than anything else. ECW One Night Stand. The first one. When it ended and RVD won the title, you went home. If you would have ran an angle to promote Raw, people would be like, the fuck is this? Because guess what? I'm already going to watch Blood and Guts.
You've done enough.
I didn't pay for this pay-per-view to tell me that this shit is happening on Wednesday. I'm going to be there. Yep. That was awful. They could have ended that show with Moxley and Tanahashi shaking hands and we'd have been like, cool.
Done.
But that's like overproducing a song. It was like, we need more triangle. No, you don't need a triangle in this song. More cowbell. I don't need the cowbell.
We need more Jericho.
We need more Chris Jericho. He's a wizard, damn it.
And meanwhile, while Jericho was excellent, like we knew the match was happening.
Right.
Anybody who was watching Dynamite knew Blood and Guts was happening.
They said it 4 times before this on the pay-per-view.
I just needed Moxley and Tanahashi to wrestle.
Same thing with lighting Umino on fire. Like, why?
Yeah.
You didn't need to do that.
Umino looked great, though.
Umino, yes.
He did. And,
he's a future star.
Well, he did. But why has he got a fireball in the face?
I mean,
now he goes back to Japan with 3rd-degree burns on his face.
It was unnecessary. But
Unless they're fighting in New Japan.
He should wear a mask like Cody.
yeah. But Blood and Guts, I thought, and this is just real quick.
Yeah.
I just put it in the group chat. I was hollering towards the end of Blood and Guts because while I love AEW and their camera work, they need to be careful with their hot mics. I don't know if anybody else heard this towards the end of Blood and Guts. Kingston, Daniel Garcia, and Jericho on top of the cage. And they can't hear the time from the ref. Like, if you watch wrestling very closely, you can see when spots are being called, things of that nature. They're on top of the cage. This is before Sammy Guevara gets thrown off the top. So Sammy was up there too. Not Daniel Garcia, Sammy. They're all laying there. And you can very audibly hear Eddie Kingston go, "Are we back from break? Are we back from break? Are we still on break?" And Jericho can't hear him. Jericho's like, "What? What?" And you can see, not Aubrey Edwards, the other referees, like, they're trying to motion because they can't hear. The crowd is hot. They can't hear anything. There's so many spots in Blood and Guts, as great as it was, like if you listen very closely, it was so loud and they were so far apart that they had to obviously call audibles because Santana got hurt.
Yeah.
But you can hear them. John Cena was the worst at this shit. If you go back and watch John Cena matches, you can hear him call his matches, and it's hilarious. But in Blood and Guts, I was screaming because Eddie Kingston knew the spot was coming. He's like, "I got to throw Sammy on the top of this cage." He's like, "Are we back from break?" And Jericho's like shaking his head like, "I don't know. I don't know. Nobody knows we're back from break." And then he throws him off the thing. It was great. Everything else was great. But I hollered at that shit. And seeing Claudio, thank God that man's back to work. It's funny though, because Claudio comes in, right? Sammy Guevara charges him and he goes for a poison rana and completely misses it. And Claudio's like, "Oh, fuck that," and just throws his ass back in the ring. It was funny because you could see that Claudio's like, "Oh, I got to knock some of this rust off. I haven't been working for a while. These motherfuckers are working." Like this is a different style. He's going to acclimate. He's going to be fine. It was good to see him in the Blackpool Combat.
Having fun.
Speaking of other promotions being referenced, the second he got in the ring and there was Hager across. We the people. I was like, okay, all right, there you go. That's a throwback.
Where's Zeb Coulter? I think the smart thing, and this is why I love AEW and other promotions that do this, it's like, don't try to erase history. It's there. Acknowledge it and use it. It's there. These guys were a tag team. Why not acknowledge that these two work together and now they're on opposite ends? Who cares? I thought Blood and Guts was great. I think my big thing now, moving forward, is you have 4 weeks to promote the Ring of Honor Death Before Dishonor pay-per-view.
That's gonna be
Where are you gonna find the TV time to make this shit matter? That's the challenge.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, right now with Blood and Guts, you started a little bit of build on Dark, but you got to bring it to TV now because they did a little stuff with Wheeler and Daniel Garcia.
Yep.
But yeah, there's got to be now. You got to bring Jay Lethal. Where's Jay Lethal and Smo Joe? A little bit more.
And it's clear like they're going to go. It looks like Gresham versus Moriarty is what they might be going for the ROH title, maybe.
Wow.
Because they're tag teaming next week. But it's like,
Can they coexist?
you know, I hate that shit. But it's Joe and Jay Lethal is going to happen. But because guess what? Just a few weeks after that, it's all out.
Yeah.
So now they've never had this situation happen because they used to have time between their pay-per-views, and now they're on top of each other. They got to be careful with that.
ROH could be a standalone, in my opinion.
It can.
Like you could just announce the match.
Well, you got.
I don't need a television built. ROH TV is gone.
Yeah, but you got to do something because you got to sell pay-per-views, and you have nowhere else to do this.
I didn't know that like ROH had to be a money maker per se.
I mean, shit, he bought it. Like,
I mean,
you want to
he
make
bought
some
that
money
shit
off
for
it.
like pennies.
He is a businessman.
It's a pay-per-view in a building. The pay-per-view is only $30, but it's in a building that they need to sell tickets to. And obviously, if you want to build it as its own brand, you got to give them some kind of TV time to tell some stories to make people interested in buying it. Because ROH has kind of been dead for a little while, and it's back. It's like, yeah, we know Samoa Joe. A lot of people don't know what Jonathan Gresham is.
Yeah, not TV people.
No, and it's like, you had a hard time showing people who Ospreay was, you can make a very compelling argument that Will Ospreay might be the best wrestler in the world.
Yeah.
He wasn't such a douchebag, but
Yeah.
guys,
But when he turns it on,
yeah. But he didn't feel special until he worked Orange Cassidy. Like, they got to do the same thing with Gresham, who was tiny. And anybody who watches pro wrestling would look at Gresham and was like, he's the Ring of Honor champion? It's like 5'2". So they have to find ways to introduce these guys. We'll see how they do that. That's on my AEW stuff. For mine.
But there's another pay-per-view happening.
There is.
And it's happening this week.
Right
And you know
here.
where it's happening? In Las Vegas.
Money in the Bank coming up on Saturday. So let's take a quick break, come back, give our full predictions for Money in the Bank. And I'll let you guys know right now. Producer Cole Bay has one hell of a take.
I've got. No, I don't have a theory. The character.
Fuego take.
I don't have a theory. Theory is in the character. Austin Theory, now known as just Theory. But I have a theory, and you'll have to stay tuned.
Yes, we'll be right back right after this. All right, just that quick. We are back. Time to talk Money in the Bank. Dre, I know you're excited. It's right down the block. Come on.
Look, so before when we were in break, Cole was showing the video of Rey Mysterio getting murdered by getting thrown off the roof. It made me think. They've done Rey Mysterio very dirty in the WWE.
Like
they pulled his fucking eye out.
Yeah, the second run
They've
has been
taken
rough.
his mask off a bunch.
And he comes back like fucking Wolverine. Nothing's ever wrong with him.
No.
He just has he has a giant kid. They need to have like a mutant angle with like Rey Mysterio. Because something's wrong. They threw him off the roof. They yanked his eye out. They in WCW got unmasked.
Yep.
They've done so much shit. And
His daughter turned on him at one point.
yeah, that shit too.
Yeah.
And they just abandoned that angle real
Yeah,
quick.
that's gone.
Buddy Murphy was like, all right, I got your daughter. And he was like, well, I'm leaving. She's coming with me. They just,
I haven't seen her since.
Dre, how dare you suggest that a promotion that pushed a dead dude who had wizard powers and summoned druids, how dare you suggest that they could do an angle where Rey Mysterio is a superhero and a super mutant?
I mean, he should be. Like,
How could you suggest
somebody needs to ask, like, how did you get this big fucking kid? It's not like Rey Mysterio's a midget. Like, he's
we
not a
know
tiny
the reason
person.
why, Dre, and they still haven't done that angle yet with Dominic.
Right.
We know the reason
reason
why.
Right there. But it's like Rey Mysterio's running around with a kid who's twice his size.
Papa.
Yeah. It's right there. He's had his eye yanked out. He's been thrown off of giant buildings, and yet he comes back and nobody ever says anything. Nobody says, hey, Ray, are you okay? Ray's eye got yanked out, and nobody said shit. His eye just came back.
I've got the angle.
Go for it.
Ray is for some god who knows reason is revisiting the scene of the crime on top of the WWE headquarters, and he's there with his son, and Ray's just like, yeah, I survived that fall. It hurt, but that's the strength you need to be a champion. Dominic just goes, "Viva la raza," and tosses him.
Throws him over again.
We kill Rey Mysterio again.
And he rides off in a low ride. And you might as well just run over Rey Mysterio again.
Just downstairs, you see Ray sprawled out, and he just fucking hits the hydraulics on him.
Yo, I don't know if Ray. I wonder if Ray sits at home and thinks about this shit. It's like, you guys just like try to kill me. I'm little. They've done, dude. They had him in this. Remember, they had him in the stretcher, and I think Big Show like used him like a baseball bat.
Yeah.
They try to kill Rey Mysterio every time.
Constantly.
Didn't he swing him against
Yes.
the corner? Oh my God.
Yes.
I remember that spot. Holy shnikes.
Poor Rey Mysterio. Anyway,
he just like
just made me think about Rey.
Nestor with a very astute observation in the back. He's like Kenny from South Park.
yes.
I mean,
They
you
killed
kill
Rey
Kenny.
Mysterio. You bastard.
He comes right back. He wakes up.
No, don't worry. I'm good.
Yep.
I'm back. Rey
Anyway.
Mysterio is going to be wrestling for 15 more years. Anyways, Money in the Bank memories. That's why we're bringing it up.
Yes.
What a shitty shit.
The memories is the highlight of this for Dre, because we have the match card right here. 6 matches. Start with no baby oil on a pole match,
Oh,
but it is a singles match
okay.
for the United States Championship. Theory versus Bobby Lashley.
There's no way Theory's losing.
No,
But wasn't there a better way to get here?
no.
Like, look,
Like,
Theory's a nicely built guy, right?
yeah, of course.
But if you're doing a pose down with Bobby fucking Lashley,
It's a little rough.
yeah, it's a little.
But that's what makes it funny, because he thinks he can actually win a pose off of Bobby Lashley.
I guess you're right. It's just the baby oil shit was dumb.
The hubris of it is what makes it funny.
This is, I think like that whoever wins the title should just like get baby oil for a year, or like just get like a lifetime subscription.
Johnson.
Yeah.
But do you know,
Have this match sponsored.
Listen.
That's money. That's business.
really, like this feels like such an arbitrary pay-per-view now because SummerSlam's around the corner? Because the real match is Theory and Cena.
Yes.
That's where you got to get to. If you really want to build Theory, you have him work Cena.
Yep.
And I know people are going to say, I want Cena in a bigger spot. No, Cena's, if he comes back, he's here to put somebody over.
Yeah.
Theory's your guy.
Please just
And
use.
they had the backstage segment, and Theory got to take a selfie with Cena, which he didn't understand how that works because he thought Cena walked off on. No,
he's right there
he's right there. Theory
the whole time.
and it's just gonna be like, Theory, you're dumb. I was there the whole time. I'm John Cena. What are you doing?
Oh,
Great
man.
build. Great build.
No, it's gonna be again. That's how you're supposed to use veterans or part timers, or even if they're part of your roster.
Oh yeah, I'm
To put
sorry.
people over.
You know who? Sting.
Yo, that picture where he's jumping. What an incredible photo.
Incredible. It's like, hey, Sting, you're gonna do like 4 or 5 spots, so they're just gonna be fucking nuts. And can you go do those, please?
Oh.
WWE dropped the ball with Sting.
That's him going into Tony's office. He's like, hey, so I'm a crazy motherfucker. I'm gonna jump off shit. Tony's like, dude, aren't you old? He's like,
Tony's just like, sign this waiver for liability. you can do whatever you want, sir. Whatever you want. All right.
Theory
who
wins.
do you have winning? Okay.
Yeah, Theory.
Yeah, of course. And then we have the Usos versus the Street Profits, which I've seen this match in different variations for 5 weeks now. But it's going to be good for the undisputed tag team champion.
Dog, this match should have been a WrestleMania match.
Oh, it
Like
could
these
have.
two teams, like there's
Montez
so
Ford
much
is fucking
potential here.
Montez.
jacked.
Yo, listen, Montez Ford is like putting on Vince McMahon championship muscle right now. Because obviously everything he does is great. He's a great talent. Even I think The Rock has said, "Oh, that's a champion right there."
Yep.
He's putting on the beef, right? Like he's ready
He's lost
to go.
no agility
No, and
while
he's
doing
yeah.
so.
But this tag match is like I like it, but I think the match is going to be great. This is one of those situations where the build kind of sucks and the match is going to be great. But this is like the SummerSlam match. Like, why are we doing this for the unified titles here? I'm not saying they shouldn't do it here, but I feel like it should feel more significant, and it's not.
Yeah, it's just kind of thrown on the card.
Yeah, so the Usos aren't losing here.
This is the problem when they went like, hey, New Day, you can't fight for the belts anymore. And like, I understand we've seen New Day and Usos a bunch, but like, at least allows the New Day to do stuff with the Street Profit. Like you can have #1 contender matches or something like that.
Instead,
Build
the
up
New
other
Day are
tag teams.
dancing with Shanky and getting ran over by the War Raiders.
They're in a feud with the Ward Raiders?
Yeah, you didn't see SmackDown? Oh, I guess not.
What a dumb
Yeah,
question.
so, they had. I know, I'm sorry.
And they didn't put that on social media.
Kofi and Woods had a dance off with Jinder and Shanky,
Okay.
and Shanky was dancing.
People like Shanky dancing.
Yeah, so Shanky
That's
danced,
over.
Yeah.
and then the War Raiders came back after their brief run in NXT, losing to the the tag match.
Yeah.
And they showed up and they were heels because they had Black Eyeliner now, so it makes them heels.
All right.
And they just destroyed the New Day and Shanky and Jinder and walked off. I'm like, that's the best you can do for the New Day? Those are my boys, but
I mean, I don't mind making the War Raiders.
I don't mind
legit-
either. But a dance off, is that the best you could do? That's all I'm saying is the Street Profits could very well have been working the New Day or the War. Like, make it feel significant. This tag division is trash.
New Day get heat. They'll heat up the New Day tomorrow. We're like, oh, they're back. I feel worse for Jinder and Shanky.
I mean, there was never a future. Ain't no future in the front. Jinder and Shanky were done the moment they arrived.
Like, I feel worse for them. The New Day will be fine. The New Day will be like, oh, it's time for a title feud. Boom. And then, like, they're hitting the ground running,
They
right?
really hate tag teams. But,
Usos win.
yeah, Usos are winning this.
Yeah, they're not dropping the belts.
Acknowledge them again.
Match of the night.
Uh-huh.
I'm looking for all the A+ ratings.
Okay. What do you got?
Ronda Rousey.
Yeah?
Versus Natalia.
You're off to a great start. Wait. Oh, shit.
8 stars if it was in the Tokyo Dome.
Belter!
This has been a shit show. At least the promos last week were better.
Natalia coming out with the stroller and the makeup and the song was very good. The part where she came out and was
Someone
going at
wrote
her.
something decent for Ronda.
Yeah.
Better than, I mean, look, you want to talk about the bar on the floor. This bar is
bar's
towards
in
Earth's
hell.
core. I mean, Ronda is not many weeks away from saying title Shotzi to Shotzi,
Oh my God.
which might be the worst thing I've ever heard.
It
in
might
my
be the
entire
worst line in
It's
WWE.
pretty bad.
That was, and the crowd, like, even if it was pumped in crowd, no, like, I got nothing. I'm speechless.
They were looking like, did she just?
I mean, come on.
You can hear crickets when she's cutting promo.
Yeah.
Title shot. See,
I wonder what happened when she came back through the curtain. I
Oh,
wonder,
Vince is like, good. That's good shit.
That was great. Good shit.
Add a fart joke to it, and we're really on. I mean, there's no way Natty is winning this match.
No,
No.
I don't even know.
However,
I don't even know how she's in.
Good for Natty.
there's this very strange rogue
Is it?
thing going on because you see Shayna Baszler and Ronda on social media. They're like trying to build their own feud. And,
Yeah.
And it's like they're like, well, if they're not going to do it, we're just going to do it ourselves.
Oh.
It makes you wonder if Ronda's getting fed up with how things are
Being
transpiring.
booked, right?
Yeah, because why aren't you feuding with Shayna?
Yeah.
There's a story there. There's no story with Talia.
I wonder what happens when Ronda gets as fed up as the rest of the roster. Because she has legit star cachet. They're paying her a lot.
Yeah, they're drowning her.
Yeah, if she's like, and I give her shit, like, because like they put her on the mic too much.
Way too
They're not letting her, like her last run, she had matches.
Yeah.
She had Asuka, she had Sasha, like she at least worked. And we were like, okay, like she's getting better as a worker. This time she's just all talking, only wrestling on pay-per-views.
Yeah, and it ain't fun.
So no, and I wonder if she's like, yo, you guys you're killing me.
I mean, Ronda is no stranger to social media. I know she goes to social media and sees
Yeah.
herself getting trashed.
She's like, I wonder how much is out of her control. Like, yo, y'all are killing me.
I mean, this
Please, let
just
me,
like, dude,
please.
an Natalia feud?
She got to be looking like the fuck.
And this, again, this is not to disrespect Natalia because I'm going to talk about Carmella the same way. They've done nothing to be in this spot.
Nothing.
It's not that they're bad talent. Natalia's always been a great hand. She's a fantastic person to get all them green talents you're going to bring in.
Yes.
Natty's got to work them all.
That's why it was actually nice when she was down in NXT. That made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And if
She
you
was
can't work against
She
her,
was working what? Cora
Cora
Jade?
Jade, yeah.
if you can't work against her, you're not ready.
Right. That's
easy.
That's the test, right?
Yep.
If Natty works, Natty comes back like, she ain't ready. Then you go, all right, cool. But you're putting Natty in a title match for what?
Yep.
There's nothing compelling about
She
this.
should be working shots.
And there wasn't even a, like in the case of the next match, there wasn't even an injury where you can point to where it's like, we need to throw somebody in.
Yeah,
No, it was just Natty.
just like, oh, we need to have Ronda on this pay-per-view because it sucks.
Right.
This pay-per-view sucks.
well, at that time, they were trying to sell out a stadium.
Again.
So they were like, she has to be on the paper.
Yeah, but it's like you got to put her in there in a feud that matters. This match might be fine. Might be. Natty's a very competent
Yeah,
worker.
it might not be horrible,
But
but no, we don't care about it.
there you go. I do not care.
No.
No.
Natty
Ronda
posting,
punches.
Natty posting the old school Ronda like arm tuck punch was hilarious.
And this is the worst part. Natty is cooking Ronda on social media.
on social,
Yo, I
Natty's
gotta say, Natty's social media promos
Oh.
are really good.
10-8, 10-7 rounds.
Yeah, but that's a problem when that's your baby face getting
Oh my
No,
God.
it is. But that is a skill they need to figure out how to utilize better because Natty on social
Like,
media, she eviscerates me.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like her
Crushing.
stuff with Summer Rae going into the Rumble was fantastic,
It's
and it was like something that didn't need any credence, but it was so good.
They are really blowing it with Natty, and they blew it with Ronda because it's like now you're getting murked by a heel that you know you're going to lose to. You got to fix this, and this isn't Ronda's fault. Like you're putting Ronda in the bad spot.
The biggest problem, and I wonder if Ronda like understands this, because her and the Natty shit seems like they've given each other liberty to like really push the boundaries on social media with each other. Like, yo, let's actually build this. And the WWE, to my knowledge, still don't really understand this. Is like your viewership on television is going down every week, right? Like it's just natural. That's TV shows.
Yeah.
Your YouTube page is a top 3 YouTube page in the world. Your social media platforms are all top 10 in sports on every platform. More people are seeing Natty crush your baby face than are seeing whatever the hell you're putting on TV. Like people will tune into pay-per-view and cheer for Natty
Right.
because like she's killing it where you have to.
Very interested to see what kind of reaction that
Me
makes
too.
sense.
Me too. I don't.
Particularly between the two.
I'm very.
Hopefully it turns Ronda heel again.
I just wonder where they're going to place this match on the card.
Yeah.
'Cause there's.
Opener. Ronda's getting in, getting out, going the hell home.
I mean, she should go across
Across streets to the UFC. I know she got tickets.
I'm just saying. Can we just say this real quick? So I was at the UFC media day, and I was talking to Lene Breckenridge, who runs PR, head of communications. And Lene was like, "They're really running across the street," because she's like focused on International Fight Week stuff. I was like, "Yeah." I was like, she was like, "Is Ronda working the show?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Riddle's working the show, and Shayna Baszler." She looked at me, and I was like, "They all could have just came to y'all show and promoted the hell out of Money in the Bank for Sunday." Brock, You could have had Brock show up.
Oh,
You
you know
could
how
have.
big it would be if just Brock sat ringside?
Like, there's no reason to have Money in the Bank. This is I did Unlocking the Cage with Ryan McKinnell today, and I was like, this is like two parents fighting over the kids, and the kids lose. Because if I want to go to both, I can.
Yeah.
But I could have, because whoever wins, who cares? UFC's fine. They just sold out another building. They don't care.
Nah.
If the WWE managed to do well, nobody gave a shit. Because you're still losing a segment of the audience where there's clear crossover.
Yep.
Again, Riddle, Baszler, Ronda. That's just those three. Brock. And then you have so many talent that enjoy MMA. I talk to MVP all the time. He loves MMA.
Yep.
Send them all to
Just
UFC.
had a nice section right there. They would have panned
Money
to
in the
them
Bank
with
on Peacock Sunday.
it's like, pan the camera right there.
No, same day.
No, we're gonna do the same day, same time.
Yeah, that's bad.
You fucked up.
I mean,
And that shit still
we
would have
had
been in the
Tony
stadium.
we had Tony in here, and Tony's like, I don't.
If they would have ran
Don't get
Sunday with their normal audience
Yeah.
coming to buy tickets, plus the overflow of some people still here from UFC, International Fight Week,
And it's 4th of July weekend.
so people are off on Monday.
Got kids that need something to do.
You could have ran Sunday and filled the lead to whatever capacity they had. You know, like they. So they break down on that one. So
Ronda
I have
wins.
Ronda, winning,
Duh.
and then Bianca versus Carmella.
Come on, man.
Again, Bianca's winning. I don't know why Carmella's in, and she's
Because Rhea
Carmella's
Ripley
trying.
is not.
Yeah.
Carmella's trying.
No, look, this is another situation where it's like, I'm not mad at Carmella. It's not like she's coming in and I'm like, oh, she's a terrible worker. She just hasn't done anything.
Yeah.
And,
Trying to be entertaining though. Their back and forth was more entertaining than Ronda and Natalie.
It's just hard
They'll make it work, but that's not
Yeah.
the problem.
Yeah.
but it's like Bianca's so physical and so big and, and on such a run. It's like hard. And, they were supposed to work at SummerSlam when
Yep.
Sasha situation happened the first time. You got some stuff there that you can work with, but you haven't built Carmella into a credible threat of anything.
No.
And she's just going to go in there and it's like, do you squash her? If you make it competitive, this is when I go back to the Keith Lee CM Punk stuff, how's that going to look? Because Bianca's so physical and big and Carmella hasn't done much of anything. If you make this like a 15-minute match, people can go, that wasn't necessary. Bianca just could have slammed her, beat her up, and left.
Yeah. At least Keith Lee's the bigger, more physically imposing person in that matchup. So if it's 50-50, you're like, all right, at least he's big. It makes sense.
It just
Carmella is not even.
It sucks.
No.
I get the mentality behind it. There was like, well, Bianca's not going to drop the title anyway. But now you have two women's titles that the endings are not in doubt at all.
Zero.
These feel like two Raw matches.
Yeah. Unless you get like some type of run in.
I'm
Like Shayna beats the
sure
shit out of
Corey Graves will push this one to the limit as
Yeah.
best he can.
Oh,
His wife.
man loves talking up Carmella.
Loves it.
Loves
He
it.
has to.
Oh, she's gonna win.
Yeah.
All right, Corey, calm down.
Listen,
Calm down.
I kind of like them
She's the
leading
best.
into that.
All right, Corey, calm.
And then, hey, Money in the Bank ladder matches.
All
The
right.
World Championship opportunity.
These matches are always chaos.
At least they fixed it. You get a briefcase again. Cash in whatever the hell you want.
Good.
And I'll give the floor to Cole. But I
Well,
will say this. Oh, we'll start with the women's one.
Yeah. My theory is for the men's
Men's
one.
I
But
will say them making this a normal cash in completely shits on Cole's whole theory of what's going to happen. But we'll say
No, it doesn't. But we'll
I
get to
don't
it.
think so.
Then we have
Women's Money in the Bank.
women's Money in the Bank. Lacey Evans.
Hey, wait, real quick. I think it was funny because I felt like the WWE wasn't sure how many women they were going to put in this match. It's like the graphic would change like every week. They're like, one more, maybe not.
Question mark? Or
Yeah,
did they just
well, now we're here. So we got who we got? Lacey Evans.
We have
Asuka.
6 competitors.
So we have Lacey Evans,
Okay.
Alexa Bliss,
Okay.
Liv Morgan, Raquel Gonzalez.
Nope.
Which is Raquel
That's
Rodriguez.
nope.
No,
According
it's
to
Raquel
WWE, that doesn't exist. I'm sorry. You're gonna
Yeah.
have that does not compute.
Raquel Rodriguez.
Okay. Oh, I know who Raquel Rodriguez
Asuka,
is.
Shotzi, title Shotzi,
She's got a briefcase Shotzi.
and Becky Lynch.
I'm not going to lie. This is actually a very compelling match because I don't know who's going to win.
No,
I
this roster is
no,
still
I know
really
who's gonna
deep.
win.
This roster is not really deep.
The women,
I-
like in this match,
That's it. That's all the women.
I mean,
know-
you got like 7 of them.
But that's it. You
You
got
got
2 shows.
7 of them and 2 champions.
In 2 shows.
Don't get me started with the belts and the
It's not
shows.
deep. The division's not deep. But I'm saying from
It's
a
not bad.
they haven't really built any again, but whatever. This match, I could see there's a couple scenarios I could see happening. I could see Liv Morgan winning. because they really like Liv.
Yeah. I mean, she got some momentum.
Don't think she's going to win. I don't know why Shayna Baszler's not in this match.
She might do a run in and beat the hell out of Ronda.
Maybe. Yeah, we have to get to that feud.
Yeah.
I can see Raquel winning because they tried it with Ronda. I can see that happening. I can't see Alexa Bliss winning. She's the one person in this match I'm like, I don't think she's winning.
She's coming off injury and all that stuff. This is like her, and this is her first like showing back. And there's still, I feel like there's still so much character work that
I was about to say they're revamping the character.
They're revamping,
and they're kind of like in between the old,
because the doll still sells. They're like, well, keep carrying the doll. We're just not going to
between the old and the old. So she's kind of like the original Alexa Bliss again, just with the doll.
Yeah, it's weird. So
she's recovering. Okay, you know.
So I can't see Alexa Bliss winning.
Okay.
Becky Lynch is an interesting one because I feel like Down on Her Luck Bex has been fun.
It has been fun.
Like, so I could see her winning, but I don't think she's going to win.
Like the luck turns?
Yeah, but not now. Let's keep Becky where she's at. I don't see Asuka winning. I love Asuka. I'd like to see her win. I don't see her win. No.
She's been good on commentary again.
Yeah.
That's always my favorite thing. When they have nothing for her.
Names go down.
Yeah. They have nothing for her and they put her on commentary and then she's like amazing. They always like, fuck, we got to heat her up again.
Yeah.
Because this is how it happens every time.
She's too good for what they give her.
Yeah.
They give her crap and she's like, all right, I'm going to make this shit work.
They just sit her ringside and she's just gold.
So who's left? Shotzi?
Shotzi and Lacey Evans.
I'd love to see Shotzi win this, but she's not.
Oh.
I'd love it. I'd love it because I think she's incredible. Lacey Evans. I'm picking Lacey Evans. I feel like this company's they've positioned this Lacey shit so strangely that at a certain point, like you told her life story, you did all this, and you give her the briefcase and she cries. I feel like they're so sappy that they might do this with Lacey.
Ugh.
But then they try to like turn her heel midway through.
They don't know what they're doing.
They don't know what they are doing with Lacey.
If Lacey wins the briefcase, it's going to burn out, flame out. By the time it's time for her to cash in, she's going to have no momentum.
Who should win? Shotzi. Who has a good chance of winning? Raquel. But I think this company really likes Lacey Evans.
100%.
And it was like, well, how else can we get her into a feud with Ronda? Talk about our kids and whatever the fuck they're going to do. Give her the money to bring. Then, here's the other thing. Could the winner cash in the same day?
Good.
Yeah. And in history, the women's briefcase has been used pretty quickly.
Yeah, they turn that bitch around like tomorrow.
Yeah, they do not hang on to the briefcase. And like the men who win it, like sometimes they go full freaking calendar year.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you talk about the depth of the women's roster, there were names like Doudrop and Nikki ASH. Is she still a superhero?
I think so.
Almost a superhero.
There's like Dana Brooke. Like there's women still in this division.
Yeah. I mean, Charlotte's coming back soon. Bailey's coming back soon. You have these 7, which is a pretty good 7, and then 2 champions. So your division's like 10 deep.
They're not bad. I mean, this like as you're watching the show, you're like, God damn, they're missing Sasha and Naomi right now.
Obviously they're 2 really good talents.
Yeah.
But then I watch the show and I'm just like, they're gone for all purposes right now. So you guys could be using what you have better. Like you still have a lot here.
Oh, no. That's fact.
And it's just like,
I mean, I don't want to see
you guys are shitty at using it.
I don't want to see Sasha and Naomi in any of this shit they're doing right now.
No.
Right? But there's talent on that roster. So that's my point.
Stupid talent.
I'm gonna pick Lacey Evans because I just feel like this is one of those situations where I don't think Vince has picked a winner yet.
I think it's interesting if they run like promos before the match for these matches. I can see Lacey winning because I think you have to bring her story into it
again.
You know what I mean? Like I think they have to like remind people like, oh, this is what Lacey Evans is fighting.
Yeah, I'm sure got to remind me. So who's your official pick? Yes, Lacey.
Liv Morgan. I think Liv Morgan is.
They love her.
I think just based on the way that like they've been pushing Liv. If anyone's gotten the slow push in the women's division in WWE, it's Liv Morgan. And if not now, then when? Yeah. When are you going to pull the trigger on Liv Morgan?
I mean, to be fair, you always got Rumble as well, but
you do have Rumble as well. I think this is the suited opportunity for Liv Morgan to win. I think out of everybody, she's got the best chance.
Give me Liv as well. So she is my pick. I think that's just a pick again that leaves people excited.
Yeah.
I don't think people get excited over Lacey Evans. And again, if you continue to tell that story, maybe people get excited by Royal Rumble. I'm not going to be one of those people.
I won't be.
But you just need more people who will.
They just really like Lacey Evans.
That's fine.
Well, Vince
but
really likes
they've
Lacey
done that
Evans.
before,
Yeah.
2 summers ago, and flamed out by the time we even got to SummerSlam.
And now she's back again.
Yeah,
I do
Just gonna
believe
repeat the
though.
mistake.
I do believe if this match opens the card, they're gonna want Liv to win if it opens the card, because
Feel
that's
good
gonna
moment.
because the crowd will pop for that.
Yeah.
Because she's definitely she's being pushed and people are recognizing that. It'll get people in a good mood for the rest of the show, and you can even threaten a run in with the Rousey match or the Bianca Belair match. There is no Roman Reigns on this card, so there's no men's Money in the Bank potential to cash in anyways.
Yeah.
So
it'd be a women's.
yeah, I think if it opens the show, I think Liv Morgan definitely wins. Lacey, I think you're I'm warming up to this Lacey Evans take.
I don't like it. I'm telling you, this is not my pick.
Yeah.
Sure.
I just, every week when I see her, it's like, they just really like her.
Yeah. It feels like they're just still not quite sure what to do.
Yeah.
Whereas
Liv is
Liv,
the one.
Liv has an angle.
Yeah.
Already.
Liv has a path, and Liv, to your point, like they slow played it, but for good reason, because they wanted her to get better and get
Yeah.
more reps. And now she's at the point
She
where
is
it's like,
better.
all
Well,
right.
she is a lot better.
Whenever she does cash in wins, I think the crowd will pop heavy for it.
Yep.
I just don't know who she beats.
I don't know either.
That's where you get tough.
You better not put that little girl over on Bianca.
You might. She ain't going over on Ronda. So,
Last match.
last match, men's Money in the Bank match. I'm gonna make you wait a little more for Cole's prediction.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, because Cole's prediction has to end.
has to close it.
Okay.
He has to close it.
So Kel,
No
you
pressure.
I will go first. I'll run down Seth frickin' Rollins, Drew Mack, Sheamus, Omos, Sami Zayn, Riddle, to be determined.
What a weird.
This match is not.
yes, to be determined.
Yeah.
By the way,
This is not as compelling as the women's match.
I agree.
Almost ain't winning.
No.
Sheamus ain't winning.
No.
Drew McIntyre ain't winning.
No.
He could.
No,
He
him
could-
and Sheamus should just there beat the shit out of each other.
but he could because the Roman thing kind of hangs around.
Yeah,
Well,
but like,
there is a little pay per view that's happening in Cardiff,
Yeah.
and it would be like the only way that would work is like Drew gets it, and he's like, I'm not doing a surprise cash in. I'm gonna do it at Cardiff. We're fighting the main event there, and that'd be kind of lame.
yeah. But I think Drew and Sheamus is for the Cardiff fight because you're like,
No.
you
Don't forget there's a gentleman by the name of Tyson Fury who's probably going to show up at SummerSlam.
also true.
I mean, not SummerSlam, at the Cardiff show.
Yeah.
But I don't think Drew will win. Sami Zayn, no, even though Sami Zayn will be fun as shit in this match as he continues to try to be a part of the bloodline. I'll protect you, Roman. He's great. He's phenomenal. Why Kevin Owens is not on the show is beyond me.
No.
Wait, he's not doing stuff with our buddy.
Nope.
Wait, when is he fighting Ezekiel / Elias / Elroy?
Friday?
Probably Raw.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's on SmackDown now.
Okay, I thought for some reason it was happening at this card.
I don't know, man.
That shit, by the way, for the video editor in me is I'm appreciating. I'm appreciating the technical challenges that come with Ezekiel and his brother Elias. And I'm just glad that the two of them can coexist
Yes.
So,
Handicap match.
as two people.
yeah.
I'm just saying.
Seth
Anyways.
Rollins is an interesting pick, but Seth doesn't need a briefcase. He can jump into a title picture.
Roman,
Riddle's the interesting one here.
Yeah.
I think if they want to retcon what they just did, they fix it by having him win the briefcase. Because I don't think he should have worked Roman on a random ass SmackDown.
That seemed like a heat check, though.
It was.
And I think he passed.
Like, it was a heat check, but I felt like, damn, you kind of took the momentum out of it because you just did it here. But they said, oh, you can't fight for the title anymore, which makes me go, maybe he wins the briefcase, and that's how they get him back in that picture.
Yep.
Clearly, it seems like Randy Orton's going to be out for a while. And at a certain point, Riddle's going to have to stop talking about him because he's not on TV, and Riddle's just going to have to be his own man. I could see, he's probably, him, I'm picking Riddle. Unless John Cena were to show up, but he can't win it. Like, he couldn't win it, but I'm picking Riddle. Fuck it.
To be determined.
It ain't gonna be almost, goddammit. Oh, he probably just reached up and grabbed the belt, no ladder.
There's got to be at least some creative spots for Omos. I hope they're thinking of something. Again, he's morphing into the Big Show right before
Yes,
our
Right
eyes.
before our eyes. Like, he's gonna throw Sammy somewhere very far. this, man.
TBD, in my mind, is 2 people.
Okay.
So I can see it being Kevin Owens, just because on social media a lot he's been talking about, like, I'm at home, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like, he's very, like, poignant about that. And him and Sami Zayn in a ladder match is always crazy. So it's just like, yo, Kevin, just go in there,
I don't
do
know
your
if
thing.
Kevin's mentally fit to compete though. He's been insulting Ezekiel
Yes.
and his brother.
And Ezekiel would cost him. So give me Kevin Owens as TBD, or even worse, but very likely, Brock Lesnar is the TBD.
Oh God.
Nah, why would they do that? They're already doing the SummerSlam match.
Because
We already did this.
no,
They've
because
already booked it too.
because
Yeah.
SummerSlam is one opportunity. Brock wants to have another opportunity whenever he wants.
Yo, I don't.
Could you imagine Brock and Roman do their match? Brock loses.
And
then he
cashes
cashes
in
in?
immediately
No, I don't want that.
and then wins.
Is that the dumbest thing you've heard?
Tell me that's not some Vince McMahon shit.
But it's so dumb because, like, one, I mean,
Fart jokes?
look, Brock has already got the last man standing. They Brocked the emergency alarm. They're like, ping, let's get Brock in here because they didn't know what else to do. So now Brock's
The Brock alarm.
Yeah, and I mean, look, people are gonna be like, yeah, Brock is back, and I'm like, I don't care.
I don't want it to.
We just Roman Reigns has had one title defense, and now he's going back to Brock
Sir.
again.
I don't want it to be Brock.
It ain't gonna be Brock.
But
Brock already did this.
but-
Remember when Brock did this shit to Mustafa Ali?
Yeah, and he did the fucking...
Yeah, we're done with that.
Boombox Brock.
No, thank you.
They
Well,
repeat storylines. Like, people
Your
repeat
point being
draws.
he could be to be
Yeah.
determined.
Yes. But I want to go with Kevin Owens to be
Okay.
determined.
For
And
the
then if you give me a chance to have a winner, I'm going out of the box. I'm going to say, and this is storyline wise, I know they do shitty storylines, but this would be the best one.
You're gonna pick Sami Zayn, aren't you?
Sami Zayn should win. Because I think the bloodline thing is a red herring.
I would just enjoy that for Sami Zayn.
And he's trying to help Roman so much, and he wins. He's like, Roman, this is for you. So don't worry about it. Like, I'm not cashing in. I'm holding this to make sure no one cashes in on you. I'm protecting you. And he goes with the bloodline shit. And then when Roman is about to beat Brock at SummerSlam, Sammy turns on his ass, cashes in, and beats Roman for the belt.
That ain't never happened.
Or better yet, how about Roman spears Brock, Sammy cashes in, throws Roman out of the ring, and pins Brock?
Yeah, that's never.
That
But
is
it
the
would be
best
cool.
storyline
It'd be fantastic.
possible.
It'd be
Because
fantastic.
Roman's not going to eat a pin. So he's not going to pin Roman. But
He don't pin
Roman,
Brock either. Imagine going to that meeting. Brock, see that guy over there? And Sami Zayn. He's gonna pin you.
yeah, off of this storyline, we're just trying to elongate Roman Reigns. He has 2 titles. If you cash in on him, do you get both or one?
they haven't made that clear. I don't think so.
So,
You think Vince even knows?
no, that's what I'm saying.
This
Can
is, you know,
Sammy,
who's winning this week?
can Sammy do that?
He's got more important things.
Can Sammy do that?
Wink.
Take one belt. Roman still has the other. And he says, I pinned Brock. We each got one. And then you have like a weird, like, I helped you, blah, blah, feud. And Roman's going to be pissed at him. And then you have like a feud to go on to kill the time between that and Royal Rumble. So that would make the most sense. Give me Sami Zayn.
Wow.
To have an actual payoff to this fucking bloodline. I want to be your best friend, Roman. I'm protecting you so no
All
one
right.
else can
I
catch
got
you.
Riddle, you got Sammy, and here comes Cole.
You want to hear about some sense?
Here comes Cole.
Because I've got some sense here for you.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. So, and this theory, by the way, goes completely all up in smoke if we are recording this before SmackDown, and there's definitely a possibility that in SmackDown, Vince just decides, this is the last qualifying match for Money in the Bank, right? This all goes up in smoke.
It's amazing.
If they
Vince impression.
don't leave this to be determined slot open. Because again, I have not been watching the regular television appearances, so I don't know if they have decided this or not. But here we go. Okay. They all do their entrances. Seth Rollins, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, Omos, Sami Zayn, Riddle. We get to be announced. Who is going to be to be announced? That's my winner. And my winner, ladies and gentlemen, the music that's going to play is wrestling has more than one royal family.
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes, good Cody Cody Rhodes. Yeah. Whoa! Cody Rhodes' music is going to play and the crowd is going to fucking erupt. And he's going to come out and he's going to be pretty busted. Okay. This dude already wrestled with the pec completely off. Okay. He already wrestled with this muscle completely off. And I am by no means saying this is a good idea.
For his health.
For his health.
Yeah.
But Cody Rhodes has already shown that he's a crazy motherfucker. Yeah. So Cody Rhodes comes out and he's busted. He's not looking so good. He might even have like a cast. He has a cast underneath that coat. You know, like he had the reveal last time to show all the black and blue. He's got a cast underneath. WWE has done this shit before. Okay. They've done. Cody Rhodes takes a pretty bad looking spot. You know, maybe it's a table. I don't know. You go like something that looks painful and you know it's painful because he's just been healing. All right. Bye, Cody Rhodes. He goes to sleep. Either he's under the ring, like just hanging out for the rest of the match, or they bring attention to it. Medical personnel come out. Cody, you shouldn't be out here, dude. I can't believe you're out here. Like, what are you doing?
The good old medical spot.
Yeah, the medical spot. Yeah. Exactly. Cody Rhodes, he's either underneath the ring for the rest of the match, so he doesn't have to take too many spots. Cody goes back to the back room. It'd be obviously more dramatic if that happens because late in the match, Cody Rhodes comes out and he climbs that ladder and he takes the briefcase. One-armed Cody Rhodes is going to win men's Money in the Bank ladder match this Saturday in Vegas. Why, Cole, would you say that? Because that's been the build the whole time. Cody gets a countdown clock. Cody, when he's getting an interview spot in Raw, gets a promo. Cody Rhodes is their guy to eventually take a title at some point. And what better story can you have than him just tormenting Roman Reigns every time? Because he doesn't have to show up to the arena. He can continue his rehab and just keep shooting promos with the briefcase. And he can just keep being there and be like, Roman, hey, what's going on, buddy? You know, I'm just sitting on this and I'm just waiting for this bad boy to heal. I just had to make one. I had to push through, and I did it for all my fans and all the people who are rooting for me
and his dad.
And I'm doing it for my dad. He does another dad promo, right?
Yeah. Don't forget the tears. We gotta have some tears.
Oh yeah. What do you guys want to talk about? Yeah, exactly. He's gonna have to throw down one of those.
And the dog. Bring the dog.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And his daughter. Yeah, you said his daughter, his dog.
Yes.
Did we mention Brandy at
Bring
some point?
Brandy in here.
Brandy.
Yeah, exactly. All of that is to say, the reason why I say this is because as dangerous as Money in the Bank ladder match is, you open up the possibility that you can do this a little more safely than Hell in a Cell with half your body is purple.
Yes.
And I am not suggesting this is a good idea because the last thing I want to see happen for Cody Rhodes is for him to injure himself even worse. But mark it down. The winner of the Money in the Bank ladder match, and this all goes up in smoke if SmackDown announces a fucking qualifying match, and I will be pissed. But understand here on the Corner podcast, this prediction, Vince, Nick, whoever's listening, this is some creative shit. Okay?
Give Cody a deal.
Thank you.
I've done some research real quick.
I yield the rest of my time.
Cody and Brandy have not posted any new pictures since the last pay-per-view.
That's weird.
Not one.
Coincidence?
Do you know what today is?
Was it their anniversary or some shit?
Today is Cody Rhodes' birthday.
Oh, it is Cody Rhodes' birthday.
As we are recording this. This is his birthday weekend. Oddly enough, the man is born on 4th of July weekend. That's very Cody Rhodes.
How very American nightmare of him.
Yeah.
If you're having an American-themed character win on 4th of July weekend.
There's so much here. And then he showed up in the video package on Raw. There's no reason to have him say anything.
No.
Unless there's something for him to do. So look, Cole.
I don't like it, Cole.
You love it.
You might be right.
I mean, picturing Cody with that briefcase, the pop that he will get from that crowd, and the fact that he'll be holding that thing until he comes back. And then you get to the point where it's like, well, we don't know exactly when Cody's coming back.
No.
But when he's coming back, he's cashing in.
It writes itself.
It may be Royal Rumble. Shit, it may be WrestleMania.
Yep.
Could be Survivor Series. Could be a random Raw, random SmackDown. And he just has the briefcase.
Take the belts off of Roman, and Roman's chasing.
I don't know what happened.
And you could even go like the next level. And we were just talking about Drew McIntyre, like if he wins it, like Cardiff, I'm catching it in there, but it's for a one-on-one match. Cody could go super babyface with that. And Cody could go like, look, Roman, I know I've been taunting you for the last 9 months as my pec's healed, but you know what? We're going to do this clean. And at insert event here, I will be cashing it. He could also do that.
Could just cash it at Mania.
Because there's part of me that goes like Cody Rhodes would maybe feel a little cheapened if he won it via Money in the Bank.
But
But
he could cash in early at Mania.
this
Hey,
is
I'm
all to
seeing you at
say
WrestleMania.
that Cody Rhodes even shows up. My prediction goes out the window the second Cody Rhodes doesn't show up. But
I like it though.
I still like it.
Yeah,
Cody
still
Rhodes
like it.
is showing up. And if this happens, I want everybody who's listening to this to tweet at me and be like, Cole, are you a prophet? Are you a sage of some sort? Can you see the future? And the answer is yes. Yes, I can.
And
see
I
the
mean,
future.
what gives us even more credence is what I said. Like, it's not like a winner that you're looking at in this Money in the Bank. You're like, that's the perfect person to
And
win.
that's part of the reason too.
Yeah, so it's like Cody is like seemed like he was
perfect
going to win in the first place, and now you get there and it's like, well, why not? I'm picking Riddle because I have nobody else to pick.
And also, if Cody is not in there, this does not count as my official pick. But I just really hope that Matt does it for Randy, bro. Do it for Randy, man. This is for
I don't know
you,
who Matt is,
Randy.
though. I don't know a Matt.
Oh, I'm sorry. If Riddle wins, excuse me. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
yes,
I'm
yes.
sorry.
Just one word.
I'm sorry. Yes, you're right.
Riddle.
Where's Butch on this card?
Oh God.
Where's no Butch?
Oh, he probably comes out during Money in the Bank.
Oh yeah. He's biting
He's
someone.
he's like a little
Yeah,
chihuahua.
he's biting someone.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the ring, Butch.
Hey, just a quick question before we get at. What happened to Veer? Veer was coming for so long. Then he came, and I guess he blew his load. And he's not coming back.
All bad.
We can go home now.
All
guys.
bad. Oh my God. That's the
I'm
goal.
Not saying anything after that.
Man. Thank you everyone
But he's
here at Blue Wire Studios in the Wynn Resort, Las Vegas. Yo, Desmond, producer Cole Baby, old man Andreas Hell, everyone at booth, Nasty Nestor, Antoine on the ones and twos. We appreciate you all. Stay safe. Enjoy Money in the Bank.
Or not.
Give everything an A+ and 5 stars.
Stop. Don't
Please.
do that.
Oh, man.
Please.
Shots fired.
All the ratings. Now, we can't wait to see who wins. Hit us up with your predictions on social media at Corner Podcast _ on Twitter, Corner Club for Life on Instagram. Till next time, we're out.
Peace.
Cody Rhodes, baby.
Holy shit.